lack of skills in the workplace has had a big negative impact on Britain's competitiveness. Trade unions are tackling this problem, and in partnership with learning and skills councils and progressive employers, we've begun to transform hundreds of workplaces. The 8,000 union learning reps have encouraged and supported over 60,000 workers engage with learning. This film looks at 3 union initiatives in Hertfordshire and the difference they have made to working people and their employers. The Transport and General Workers Union, in partnership with Metroline Buses, the TUC, the College of North East London and Transport for London, with funding from the Union Learning Fund, transformed a bus into a mobile learning centre.
Having a learning bus in our company is absolutely outstanding. When I started in this industry 38 years ago, we had people in this industry came from Ireland, England, the West Indies, from Pakistan and India. Today, we've got people from across the whole world. We've got people from South America, from Africa. The populations in the garages are completely different. The learning needs for people are totally different as well. The tutors we have here from the College of North East London, they're brilliant. And the atmosphere upstairs in the learning bus is very, very friendly. I mean, nobody's pushed. They can go at their own speed. And that's the great thing about the tutors. And we have a laugh and a joke, which is terrific. And people go away from here happy. And people come back for a second course. And some people come back for a third course.
A lot of adults who come to this class, they feel encouraged to come here because it doesn't look like a traditional classroom, so they're not threatened. But when they get here, it becomes apparent quite quickly that actually it is a classroom.
In order to get people interested in the learning bus and computer skills, we get great help from the company. They advertise it in all the garages and they promote it, and we get great help from all the garage managers. It's the partnership at work.
This partnership, which I like to think we've all supported. 360 drivers in this garage have supported this. I have never heard anybody speak ill of it. It's a great development. We will support it as long as we possibly can, and it's a win-win situation for everybody. And it's not just drivers, conductors, our engineers become involved, some of our inspectors, and even a manager has learned on the computer bus, yours truly.
It's taken a while for the word to go round, but it's now become pretty addictive for the actual users. So I get students coming on for sometimes 20 minutes, and in the early days I used to say 20 minutes isn't enough, but now I'm just saying great. It's, you know, if you can do 20 minutes more learning than you had before.
The union have now moved on to now actually giving people the opportunity of learning in the workplace. It gives me a real buzz. I actually love coming to work every day because you get such feedback from people who actually achieve something in the workplace.
So successful was the bus that even working 6 days a week, the demand for learning couldn't be met. So again, in partnership, a fixed learning centre was established at the Metroline garage in Potters Bar.
This is the Road Ahead Learning Centre. This is a place where people come to learn. This is a place where people come to be social. We are very inclusive here, we're very friendly here, and this place works. The centre itself is predominantly utilising computer technology to teach computing and skills for life. The position of learning rep has given me a chance to broaden my horizons because it's enabled me to access university education without going through the traditional routes.
Part of my role as a union learning rep is to actually get people into learning, is to encourage them. I talk to people every day in the garage. I go through a checklist with them and do a survey to find out what type of courses they want within the garage. People who are like myself, who are dyslexic, I encourage them because they're reluctant to get into. They come up to me, but Steve, I don't want to do that because I don't know how to write a letter. I don't know how to do this. I say to them, don't worry about that. We'll deal with that. We'll get people to show you how to do that. Come and have a look. I've done it. Now it's your chance to come and do something that I've done and improve yourself. Get yourself motivated.
The drive comes from really wanting to make a difference to the colleagues that basically do the job day in, day out, year in, year out, without much recognition. They're just expected to do it, and they do put up with a hell of a lot, and this is a great route for them to gain in confidence, to become more complete individuals, if you like.
When I was diagnosed with dyslexia, it was a shock, because I've gone through school not knowing I was dyslexic, and I was 29 when I was actually diagnosed. I've just done an access degree course where I wrote a 3,000 word project on learning reps. I also done a 1,500 word essay on syndicalism. I'm proud to be dyslexic, and I'm proud that I've actually gone on and I've done everything myself. Now I can encourage my learners to come and do what I've done. I'll help you, I'll get you through it, and that's how I encourage my learners into learning.
You don't have to always be addressing a computer screen. Sometimes you need a break from the computer, and if you've got 3 or 4 people in here talking about things, you're always going to talk a little bit shop, and you're going to find that people are learning about their colleagues' work as well as learning about what they're doing on the computer. So we find that's a knock-on effect, and it helps with the day-to-day running of the bus garage.
It is a satisfying job, and it's also very pleasing to know that I'm helping other people.
At another workplace, a call centre at HSBC, the finance sector of Amicus introduced a learning centre in the workplace.
As a newly trained union learning representative, there are several things that I've taken on to raise the profile of lifelong learning within the workplace. I mean, firstly, I've gone into managers' meetings and made them aware of what lifelong learning is all about and how important it can be to employers and employees. I've also put posters and information up on all the boards for people to see and find out more information. We've also got an internal intranet site which I've displayed information on that. So it's just generally keeping people updated in as many different ways and channels as possible.
At HSBC Bank, in the call centre, we are very busy with calls coming in every minute of every hour of the day. We are conscious of the need to develop our staff and to actually let them have time off phones to undertake training. We work very closely in partnership with the union to release staff where possible.
As you can imagine, where I work at the moment, it's all computer-based operating systems. And there's so many programs to use. It's great to know that I can learn about this in my European driving licence course that I'm doing, and make it more easier for myself to use, as well provide information to my colleagues that I work with, so they can also use it as well, make it work quicker as well, which also benefits the customer, because it's not keeping them on hold all the time.
The unions do offer learning in many different ways. As well as online learning, they will offer face-to-face learning or learning in the classroom, whichever is most suitable for the individual. It is all tailored to suit each individual.
One of the key benefits of training staff in the workplace is that retention of staff is enhanced. This obviously has economic implications for the bank in that we don't have to then go and recruit from start. On the recruitment front, again, it's part of the package that we offer staff as a benefit that we do have on-site training.
Some of my colleagues, when they asked me why do I take the courses on and do it in my free time, I was making aware, well, I want to develop myself forward in the job, and I was recommending that they should do a look into it so they can do it as well. When most of them provide it for free, you can't really complain about that.
From a management point of view, our staff are our greatest assets, and we don't want to miss any opportunities of furthering both their skills and their development career.
The third initiative is a unique learning centre, created and run by the trade unions themselves. Again, with support from the Union Learning Fund and the local Learning and Skills Council, the centre is delivering learning through the trade union hub of Learn Direct.
Well, we're here in the Watford Trade Union Hall, which is a fabulous facility for trade unions to carry out their activities and develop trade unionism in the region. What I like about the centre is that not only have we got full-time staff employed here whose job it is to maintain and run the centre, but we have union learner reps to come in here and give their time freely to help people advance their learning. It also provides a progression route for the union learner reps to develop their own role if they want to do that.
The centre here is an accredited testing centre. It's accredited by the British Computer Society to do ECDL. Now that means that we can put people through the tests online. There are no papers involved, there's no marking. The result is instant as soon as they've completed the exam.
Union learner reps play a big role in this agenda because they're able to speak to people at the coalface in the workplace.
15 months ago when I started Silverlink, I had to go through an induction course. Now 15 months down the line, I'm actually talking at induction courses about rail union learning. I'm there to help them. If they want to come and talk to me totally confidentially about any learning or about anything really, I can give them choices of what courses they can do. I can also see the employer if they need time off.
One of the best things about the Hearts Trade Union Learning Centre here is the relaxed, friendly atmosphere we have for the union members. They feel they can come here and chat to us about learning issues. And one of the great things is that they can come in here and take a qualification, as many of them haven't done any qualifications since they left school. And they can do it in a really non-threatening environment, and there's no pressure on them.
They're able to do it in a discreet manner, which means that the employer doesn't need to know what it is that the individual's trying to do or aspiring to.
Some people feel that if I'm doing this course, will my employer think that I can't do my job properly? Which isn't the case. I can understand why people feel that. To be able to come to somebody and know it's confidential and know that you're not going to be frowned upon or laughed at is very important part of the role.
People have these skills for life issues, and skills for life issues meaning literacy, numeracy and language problems, and again they don't want their employers to really know how handicapped they feel they are.
We had a new ticket system coming at Silverlink, and Silverlink were looking for peer trainers. This machine here is not computerised at all, and the new machinery that we were dealing with was Windows based, which is all computers. I've got one gentleman that works on the railways that was threatening to retire because the new machinery was coming in. Now he's like a kid with a new toy. He loves it, and he thinks it's brilliant every time he sells a ticket. And to me, if it gives you a great sense of pride that you know that you've changed his outlook on it all, and my outlook as well. Nobody's too old to learn anything.
That encourages members to come into centres like this. And then we know that the experience is good because they come back time and time again to take further courses and to engage in wider learning experiences.
Before I went to the Learning Centre, I sat down for quite a long time and thought about it because I was afraid of failure. When I did finally go to the Learning Centre, I still had all these fears inside me, but I thought, if I don't try, I'm never going to know. I'm going to think to myself, well, look, maybe I could have done it. They showed me a few courses up on the computer screen, and, you know, I thought, well, I'll have a go. That's all I can do. Well, when I passed my first one, well, it was like I was king of the world. I loved it.
Unions are in a unique position, I believe, to encourage members and other workers to come and help themselves to a better future.
I believe the unions really do an awful lot of good in the workplace and now outside the workplace in learning centres like this. We're really we're really doing something for society, and that's what makes it feel good.
It's been said that the learning agenda is new for unions. I don't believe that. I think unions have always been involved in education and helping workers to improve their lot in life. This opens doors to a lot of people, and we can use that then to encourage and spread the word of trade unionism.
When workers are treated unfairly, unions can help them get even. But day in and day out, we're helping workers get on too.